Again, a warm welcome to the program. Togo's main opposition coalition, which has led protests against President Faure Gnassingbe for more than 3 months, has boycotted government consultations for talks on ending the political impasse in the country. The opposition had been demanding constitutional reforms and an end to the Gnassingbe leadership dynasty in Togo. The international community had called for talks between the two sides to end the stalemate, and in the last few weeks, Ghana's President Nana Akufo-Addo and his Guinean counterpart, Alpha Condé, have been acting as mediators between the two sides. But only 5 out of the 14 parties comprising the main opposition bloc were invited to the preliminary discussions scheduled to take place behind closed doors at the presidency in the capital, Lomé. Opposition coalition spokeswoman Bridget Ajama-Johnson said the alliance refused to attend the meeting in the face of the government's diversionary tactic.
Delegations of the Union of Forces for Change of the former long-time opponent Gilles Christ Olympio, who has been involved in the government since 2010, and the Union for the Republic ruling party were already received on Tuesday by the government. Other opposition parties not belonging to the coalition will also be consulted, as well as former prime ministers, according to a source close to the office of the prime minister. At the same time, the opposition coalition has been organizing weekly marches that bring together thousands or even tens of thousands of demonstrators since the beginning of September, calling for the resignation of President Faure Gnassingbe, who has been Togo's leader since 2005. More protests are scheduled today, Thursday and Saturday throughout the country. We now speak to Bridget Ajama-Johnson, President of the opposition coalition in Togo. Hello, Madame Ajama-Johnson. For what reasons did the coalition of opposition parties, of which you are the Secretary General, boycott the consultations initiated by the government to end the political stalemate that has shaken Togo for more than 4 months now? The 14 political parties of the coalition who are currently leading the movement in Togo have decided not to respond to the government consultations for various reasons. The first of these reasons is that the government is a party to the conflict.
La première de ces raisons, c'est que le gouvernement est parti au conflit. Et donc,
and so we do not see it at all in this role that would lead to mediation, that role of consulting the political actors.
Consulter les acteurs politiques.
Secondly, we believe that by acting in this way, the government is confusing the tracks to the extent that under the Ghanaian mediation, we have already done the work of reflection on the framework of these discussions, which we all wish to call for.
Sur le cadre de ces discussions que nous appelons de tous nos voeux.
It is simply that we are passionate about action. The first action should be the meeting of the preparatory committee for the discussions on which we agreed. It is up to the Ghanaian mediation to convene this meeting of the preparatory committee now, taking care to ensure that the measures to pacify the situation that we have requested for to facilitate discussions in serene conditions have been actually taken.
Madame
Ajama-Johnson, your persistency of holding demonstrations, will it not worsen the tension in the country?
Le Togo qui est déjà secoué par des tensions depuis 4 mois.
We have planned the demonstrations always for the same guiding principle, because you know that even if the discussions are announced, this does not guarantee us anything at all. So for us, it is important to remember that the Togolese people are always mobilized and to recall the guiding principle for which they are mobilizing. We will continue this mobilization until the discussions lead to concrete results. We are doing this taking into account the experiences we have already gone through.
Alors on peut dire que le gouvernement...
So can we say the government has blown all the confidence that you gave it for the organization of a debate with you?
Aucun débat ne peut avancer sans l'implication des médiateurs.
No debate can advance without the involvement of the mediators. If the regime thinks it is possible to put pressure by surrounding itself with representatives that it has chosen, we wish it well. What we do know is that the Togolese people who have stood up for 4 months now want something very clear. They want to get the status quo moving. They finally want Togo to settle on the basis of democracy by covering the constitution for which it voted massively for in 1992.
La constitution pour laquelle il a voté massivement en 1992.
And they want that by the application of this constitution, we can finally break free from the 50-year-old regime. No trick will make him go home. We'll make him leave the street until he has obtained what he wants.
Ne le fera quitter la rue tant qu'il n'aura pas obtenu ce qu'il revendique.